Welcome back to the GOVC Sports Network as Ryan Hoshaw starts off Game 2. Saints facing the Emporia State Hornets. First pitch is a strike at 2:32 on the dot. 30 minutes before scheduled for a little bit, 30 minutes after, as he's up 0-2. Hornets coming to this one after taking an 8-2 victory against the Hillsdale Chargers. Saints just win an absolute slugfest, Kyler, against the Chargers, 15-10. A whole slew of home runs, including 2 grand slams by the Saints. First career one home run in general for Andrew Gould, and then Cole Chrisman grand slam the inning later. Bunch of runs scored, 1-2 count now. Hoshaw will give a quick run of the defense after this batter.
Yeah, Jacob, the game that we just saw, an absolutely high-scoring showcase. I mean, almost a home run derby that we were here to witness. We saw a game with 5 home runs in it. Maryville winning that matchup 15-10. So we look at the pitch right here.
Hoshaw taking a while. Fouled back to the netting. Defense on the infield stays mostly the same. Andrew Gould gets the game off in at second. Jace Burton, they're going to test him out, see how he feels. Over at first, Josh Herget, that makes the right side of the infield. Left side stays the exact same. Cam Macon at third. Era Stolt at short. Hoshaw fans the first batter of the day. 1 gone. Talked with Macon in between games. Asked him, I go, when was the last time you remember playing third? He said at DePaul, he played a little bit of everywhere. Kind of a utility role. Played some third, played some second, played some short. Even saw time in the outfield. So, as we said, he didn't look uncomfortable out there. And that tells you why. That first one, he had a screamer right at him. Baseball gods find a way when you're in a difficult spot, as that one's first pitch swung. Russo, center field, just a few steps in front of the track. 2 gone quickly for
Jacob,
Hoshaw.
Cameron Macon, a do-it-all type of player. He gets around the infield. We've seen him in second base mostly for the Maryville Saints, but now we're seeing him third for the second consecutive game. This game features the Maryville Saints, who changed their lineup a little bit from the first game if you were with us. Changed who's over there at second base, but Macon, one of those consistent players who stays at third. So we got a left-handed starter, Hoshaw.
Gets ahead early on the third batter of the Hornets. That's TJ Rockerbomber. Talked with my good friends Cole Wagner, who calls games out on the West Coast. We always try to share the best name of the day, and yesterday was Rockerbomber as he rocks one in left field. That'll be for extra bases. Oh, no, it will not be, as a great throw from Camden Ruby cuts him off at first. It'll be a 2-out single into
Jacob,
left field.
Ruby just barehanded that ball off the left field wall. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
That ball one-hopped the left-hand wall, and Ruby grabbed it barehanded and threw it in to second base. That was one of the quickest turns that I've seen off of a ball off the wall. Keeps the batter to only 1 base. Great play. Shout out Ruby. He DH'd the last game that we saw, so we haven't seen him in the field today on this warm Sunday afternoon.
It's starting to get a little toasty out here. Sunscreen's starting to get need applied. 1-0 count.
Gonna have to take my hoodie off out here.
Noah Steele,
real
the batter.
warm.
Outfield, a little bit of a difference. You still see Chrisman at right, Russo in center, Camden Ruby obviously in left. Dom Sharp gets the day off, rest of the day off. And DHing now is Michael Long. We saw him come up in a pinch hit situation. He walked.
Jacob, Jace Burton, the starting second baseman in this game, has some big shoes to fill. We kind of have a 2 freshman switch lineup going on at second base. We have Jace Burton starting there today. We saw Andrew Gould there in the first game, and he hit a grand slam, as we mentioned before. So Burton going to see what he can do over there. We see Coach Evers kind of switching between the freshmen at second base in this doubleheader matchup, seeing which one he likes to play there.
Burton, a transfer from Indiana State in his second season of collegiate ball, was redshirted at Indiana State last year. They check on the runner over at first. Big swinging righty at the plate, number 19, Noah Steele, the right fielder. Chatted with some of the Emporia guys yesterday as I statted the neutral site game, and one of the strongest players they've ever seen is Noah Steele. I said it, he makes a bat look like a toothpick. He's just a big man. Comes in, I think, 6'7", 6'8"?
6'7". I mean,
Jesus.
if there's anybody
hunk of
listening out
lumber.
there who listen to TikTok edit 6'7", can see a sure edit of this Steele guy. I mean, fitting name, fitting last name.
Steele,
This guy looks like
giant.
he just pumps iron for breakfast. Looks like he puts iron in his cereal.
He eats nails. How
Yeah.
tough are you?
I mean, whatever you want to say. I mean, it looks like his pants are too tight on him. It looks like his – yeah.
Moral of the story, large man.
You ever heard
3-2
of
count.
Saquon Barkley? They call him Saquads. We'll go with that comparison. That one's going to be ripped foul.
2 outs. Three-two count. For Steele. Hoshaw still on the mound in his first inning of work. Eyes a runner at first. Takes his time. Pitch. Grounded. First chance for Burton. Gloves it. And 3 gone. Hoshaw will strand a runner at first, that being TJ Rockerbomber. It'll be Russo, Ruby, and Chrisman when we return. Tie ball game here on the GOVC Sports Network. Welcome back to the GOVC Sports Network. Cade Barton in his first inning of work, right-handed pitcher. Tell me a little bit about Barton.
Yeah, Jacob, Barton, a right-handed pitcher. We're seeing a righty versus lefty matchup. Barton playing for the Hornets. He's a senior. He's from Omaha, Nebraska.
And he will try to cool down a red-hot Saints lineup that just unleashed 15 runs. And I talked to Philip Reinhart in between the games. He got the win in last game, even though he did give up a lot of runs. Saints picked him up in the bottom half of that inning. He was pitcher of record when the Saints took the lead. And he's big. Him and I were discussing the concept of momentum, and especially in baseball, momentum is such a thing. And it's interesting because I've had the discussion with our head basketball coach here, Preston Ingram, first year here, and he does not agree. He thinks momentum is just a figment of the mind, and the law of averages will prevail. I disagree with him. I think that last game, you get runners on, you get the pressure on, you get your guys behind you, and good things will happen. As Ambrose Russo, a product of that, leadoff bat, he set the table for this team many a times this year. Talk about the last 2 games for him. Hillsdale, leadoff bomb. Last game, against Hillsdale, leadoff double. Law of averages says he's probably going to get on here. Momentum says he's probably going to get on here, as he's 2-0 against
Jacob,
Barton.
You talk about some coaching here. We're looking at 2 different type of coaches today. We're looking in the Emporia State University side. You got Brad Hill. This is his second year coaching here at Emporia State as Russo swings and a miss for his first strike in this bet. You look for the home team Saints. They are coached by head coach Pat Evers. This is his 7th season with the Maryville Saints. So you got 1 veteran and 1 new coach over here.
Evers is no mystery to the Missouri region, as that one is grounded first base side. Toledo taking himself. Because the law of averages didn't come true. Retired in his first at-bat is Ambrose Russo.
It was Giovanni Toledo over there at first base making that play.
Giovanni Toledo. That might be a nomination for name of the day.
We still got Rocker Bomber out here.
I don't think anything's beating TJ Rockerbomber. We got Camden Ruby, big swinging lefty, in his first at-bat against Barton. Watch his ball low.
Made this barehanded defense play. You know, I really wish we could get just a random camera that happened to track that. Like if he was wearing a GoPro, we could see that.
Oh,
I swear
God.
he Yasiel Puig barehanded that ball off of the wall. It really was a great defensive play that stopped an easy double, honestly. I mean, the guy hit the fence. Now,
Rocker Bomber's not a speed threat catcher, but
now Rocker
still, he
Bomber's
had
not a
2.
speed threat, and this fence is 330 feet, I will mention, Jacob. And we saw a slugfest in the last game Maryville played. A little bit of a smaller fence compared to some other arenas. Do you think that had sort of a factor in the slugfest that we saw here?
No,
today?
I just don't think either team could pitch. I think it was good offense, bad pitching, a lot of runs. Both teams will look to not have that happen, as first meeting between these two teams was another slugfest. 18-11 was that final score. Hornets coming out on top, and you'll hear as the Hornets get something going today, their chant from the dugout. Some might find it ear-grating. It does get the boys going a little bit. You'll hear about it here in a minute, Kyler, as that's grounded. Myers and 2 are gone. Give you a little something to look forward to. Cole Chrisman, who had a grand slam game 1 today. Talked to him in between games. He's starting to feel like himself again. That's what was important to him, is starting to feel like himself, starting to feel like that guy again.
Jacob, I'm starting to wonder who you did not talk to in between games today.
I yap in between games.
I understand.
That's when I get to go talk with the guys.
I love it. I love to hear. I love the name drops. But look, Chrisman up right now, one of 2 players in the first game who hit a grand slam. And we mentioned it before. The other player is not getting the start. Maybe we'll see him get a pinch hit later, but we've yet to see that. Something else to look forward to. But Schulte not getting the start today. Schultz. This is Andrew Schultz.
Andrew Gould.
Andrew Gould. I apologize.
Gould getting the pie in this game. He's a freshman. They're trying to get guys in, trying to get guys ABs. We've yet to see a very consistent lineup out of Evers. The big ones have obviously been center field. Russo started every single game out there. I know you said you talked to everybody. I messed with him in between games and I went down and got the lineups, saying, "Hey man, you're setting the bench this game." He looked at me like I'd told him the moon landing was fake, as that's a 3rd strike of this at bat, and that'll end the inning. We'll pick back up here in the top of the 2nd as the Hornets are back up against Ryan Hoshaw. It is Schwent, Felix, and Toledo here on the GOVC Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we come back at the Weber baseball field. You are looking at Ryan Hoshaw warm up.
Hoshaw in his 2nd inning of work. Hoshaw spent a lot of time out of the bullpen this year. He's a big middle, long reliever for the Saints team, getting a start here in Game 4 of the weekend, especially after the Saints team had their bullpen pretty taxed in a rough game against this Emporia State team where you only see Ben Gregory go 1 1/3. They had to eat into their bullpen a decent bit. Got some length out of Blake Civic that game.
And Hoshaw delivers the first pitch of this inning, delivers it quick, and delivers a strike.
You can even see that Hoshaw pitches like a reliever. Always out of the stretch. He's quick and easy to the mound.
Only his 3rd appearance this year that we're seeing right now. 2nd start. Only 5 innings as he throws his 2nd strike of the day. Hoshaw only 5 innings before today, now appearing in his 7th, as this is the top of the 2nd right here. So we'll see his 3rd pitch. Goes down a ball. This is Cooper Schwint up to bat right here for Emporia State. the junior playing for the Hornets. Receives the pitch outside and is not going to catch a piece of the zone. So, Ryan Hoshaw goes down 2-2, and we are going to look at the 5th pitch.
This will be the last game of the weekend for the Hornets.
Almost check swing, but will not go. Now a full count. This has been a round-robin sort of series, Jacob. We've seen Maryville, Emporia State, and Hillside universities all kind of collide and play against each other multiple times this weekend.
Ooh, and 2 barely close pitches. Hoshaw loses him.
You hear 4 big booms coming from the Emporia State sideline.
You'll get used to that one there, Kyler. They will big boom anything. I walk, I hit, a home run, anything gets a big boom from the Hornets.
Wow, that reminds me, have you heard of the Savannah Banana team?
That's where they're yoinking it from.
There we go.
That is where they're taking it from what I can understand.
And a bunt is being laid here.
Hoshaw fields it well.
And you get the out at first, but bunt done its job. The runner advances from first to second, and we are looking.
Do you not get a big boom for the sack bunt?
No big boom for that one.
No big boom for the sack bunt.
Here is Giovanni Toledo up to bat.
First baseman.
Toledo gets his first pitch from Hoshaw, lefty-righty matchup, and gets a piece of it, squares up on it, but it's going to go foul. A little bit behind that ball, foul a little bit over the first base sideline, first base side. Toledo will get the second pitch in his AB. Toledo does, well, about the exact same thing that he just did in the first pitch. Fouls it to the right sideline. So he's down 0-2 here.
Man, there's just no wind right now. Flags hanging straight down. Heat just blaring on spectators here at Weber Field.
Absolutely.
I don't know how you're not burning up. I don't know. You guys can't see it. Kyler has like this wool quarter zip thing on.
Look, Jacob.
And it looks like he looks like a sheep, and he looks like he'd be burning up right now.
Primetime Deion Sanders, I don't know if you've heard the name, Colorado coach, famous saying, look good.
Feel good.
Feel good. Play good. Play good. Play good, and we're playing good right now, and, swag is swag. But once we get a break here, I am going to take this quarter zip off because it is burning up out here. I am just feeling this sun. So are these players out here. Hopefully.
Saints rocking the all-black uniforms.
Yeah. Fully sunscreened up out here. Toledo gets another foul ball, the third one of this at-bat. Toledo, the starting first baseman here for the Hornets. Hornets beat Maryville the last time they matched up, as we mentioned. Played this Friday.
The only loss this weekend for the Hornets came via the Chargers and a walk-off blast in the bottom of the ninth from Swinson. We saw him last game in the 9-hole. He was a hero of that game. Saved the Hillsdale Chargers from an 0-4 weekend. They lose 2 straight to the Saints.
Looking at 2 hot teams here. And a back pick there from Hoshaw. Does not get the runner, just wants to keep him in position, wants to keep him in reason, make sure he knows that Hoshaw's looking at him. Both these teams on a 2-game win streak. That's Emporia State winning their last 2 matchups, and Maryville, the home team, winning their last 2 matchups, both versus Hillside. Sweep them in this series.
Ooh, sword. Foul tip into the mitt. Hoshaw with this strikeout in the second out of the inning.
Toledo goes down swinging there.
Sammy Padilla, the center fielder, now up.
First pitch strike. That one right in the zone. Had a little bit of movement on it.
Expect Hoshaw to continue attacking early.
Here comes the next pitch from Hoshaw. Second baseman creeping.
Ooh, another sword. Hoshaw cooking.
Swing from Padilla.
Okay, Kyler, you got the funky hair going on. What's your thoughts on the bright neon gloves? Batting gloves.
I mean, you got to draw attention. You know, something when I played ball is I wore yellow shoes. My grandma wanted to watch me, and she wanted to know where I was at all times, so yellow shoes. So maybe we see a hit by pitch here from Padilla. Maybe the bright gloves threw off Hoshaw. What do you think about that, Jacob? Maybe
Not one bit.
Maybe the bright gloves used as kind of a, a distraction.
I messed with the Emporia guys a little bit yesterday while I was statting the inner squad, the neutral site game, excuse me, and this guy was wearing ankle brace, elbow guard, wrist guard, batting gloves, had a sliding mitt. Guy has every piece of gear you can.
Hey, and what did you do? He remembered it. So
I remembered him. It's memorable.
I mean, yeah, there you go. He's got his job done. And that ball is going to be taking, it's soaring left, and we're looking at it, and it's going to be caught at the line, caught at the warning track. Maryville makes the catch to send them into the dugout.
Camden Ruby, what a grab. He has the bare hand play off the wall. Now he robs a home run.
Ruby robbing a home run. Looks like that was going to go over the wall there. And the Hornets go no run, leaving a runner on the base path. And Maryville comes out ready to hit. Score is 0-0. And it's Camden Ruby who just robbed a home run here. See you in the bottom of the second inning on the GLVC SN.
Josh Herget, Calibria 2007 rings out across Weber Field. Means we're back at the bottom of the second here. Saints up to bat. Herget, long and Macon. First pitch swinging and foul.
Looking at a scoreless game so far here, Jacob. Cade Barton is pitching.
Saints still looking for their first hit of the ball game here in the second.
As that one looks like it's going to be a fielding error. Shortstop cannot handle it. It is Brady Unreen over there. Could not handle that ball. And we are going to see an opening base single.
That's going to be ruled a hit. A tough play to make for Unrein on Herget, who also runs well. Had to come out to his left on a backhand play. Had to make probably 5 or 6 steps. So far from an ordinary play.
We got Michael Long up. Long did not start the last game that Maryville played as he fouls one off here. Out of play. Jacob, my car is parked over there. I'm a little bit worried, but I don't think that one hit anything. Got into the park garage.
You did not park in foul ball alley down the third base line. There's that big red Chevy Silverado that's parked there. I believe that's Brady Kindhart's dad's, and I'm surprised it has not been hit yet at all.
As Long goes down looking, a strike 3 called. Long obviously did not think that one was in the zone as he squabbles off of the field. And you know who this is coming up to start, Cameron Macon. Macon has been playing all around, honestly, in the first game. Haven't seen much out of him because it is only the bottom of the second here, but we saw defense, offense, and stolen bases in the first game from Macon. As he watches the first one go down as a strike. making a transfer from DePaul.
Not to be confused with DePaul out of Chicago. DePaul, the Indiana school.
Yes. Big Indiana guy you are, Jacob, right? You have some time in Indiana?
Hoosier, born and raised. Spent 6 years at fellow GLVC school, UIndy. That's where I got my undergrad and grad school.
UIndy. Sounds like a good school. I hear you got taught by a Kevin Messenger there.
Yes, your uncle. That's where the connection brought you on the air here. Took a class, sports PR with him. He's now the head SID up at Ball State out of Indiana.
As Macon gets a piece of that one, third baseman was playing in, and they get it at 2, and they get it at 1. Macon did not get there in time. Double play turn to 5-4-3. Send them into the dugout. This game is still tied at 0-0. We will see you in the top of the third. You are watching the
LVC Sports Network. Welcome back to the GLVC Sports Network. Jacob Walton here alongside Kyler Messenger. Denise Hageman keeping us on the air. 1-1 in the hit column, 0-0 in the score column as Hoshaw goes back out to work. See how long the Saints stick up with Hoshaw, who is normally coming out of the bullpen.
No scoring yet in the first 2 innings of this game. As we mentioned before, last time Emporia State and Maryville played, the final was 18-11. So high-scoring matchup, something we're kind of expecting between these two.
It was already 8-7 by this point when we got to that game. So game moving at a much faster pace and a much lower scoring pace. First man up, Logan Myers, a leadoff bat
now
of the top of the third.
Jacob, it is a small sample size as Hoshaw as he hits a batter right there.
Yep.
A hit by pitch. That is his first batter that he has hit this year. Now, speaking about sample sizes, he's only had 5 innings pitched before today's contest. So, small sample size, but he's posting a 1.8 ERA. Very low ERA there for Hoshaw, but unfortunately does hit a batter right there.
Hoshaw, one of the more reliable lefty arms out of the Saints pen that's very righty dominant.
Brings
Obviously,
up
bunt.
Peyton Lewis. Tries to bunt it, cannot get a good piece on it.
It's kind of rare you see a DH bunt. That's kind of different.
Right, guys in here to swing, and he's going to bunt it. Potentially.
TJ Rockerbomber on deck. Had a single, nearly double in his first at-bat. He was stranded at first in the first inning.
And
runner goes, picked off, throw down. In time.
Tags him on the shoe.
1-3-6 is the put out.
Tags him on the shoe. That is the shortstop, ladies and gentlemen.
Aristolte with the tag.
And Lewis.
Heads up play by Hoshaw to get the runner as he went. That's the danger of trying to steal on a lefty.
Yeah, as we get that pickoff move you see from Hoshaw. Great pickoff move. You always got to watch the lefty. It is just one of the hardest things in baseball is being on first base and having a lefty pitcher. He's always looking at you. He's got that great view. Can just step over there. Something so valuable about being a lefty pitcher is having a good pickoff move.
You mentioned that earlier with Reinhardt. Reinhardt, another lefty with a good move. Sort of a slide step as that one sent way foul. 1-2 count now.
This is Peyton Lewis up to bat. Usually we don't always see him DH, and he plays all around the infield. This man has This is not his first school. He is a senior. He has been around.
Ooh, lifted, center
Is
field,
that
back
one-
at the track, at the wall. Russo makes the catch. Oh, no, he does not, as that one is out of the yard. I thought he came away with it, as the scoreless tie is broken here in the top of the third.
Peyton Lewis from Kansas City. We've seen him play at Blue Springs. We've seen him play at Baker, Bluefield State, and now here.
And he gets one really, really big boom out of the Emporia
As you
State
hear
Hornets.
a boom, a home run. I don't know how that doesn't deserve 5 big booms right there, Jacob. That one, I think, deserving of 5 big booms from Lewis. You saw Russo in center field thought he might have robbed a home run, but he didn't. It was not in the glove. It was not in his possession.
And it looked like he had timed it well. He didn't jump, so might have been a little bit further than we thought. Russo, hands on his hips out in center, not happy, obviously.
It's Russo, a senior out there in center field.
A transfer from Lindenwood in St. Charles.
Veteran presence for the Saints. Good offense, good defense. We saw Ruby in the first inning of this contest rob a home run. It looked like he did jump over the wall and rob a home run, and Russo could not do the same on that one. The Hornets go up 1-0.
0-2.
Jacob,
I'm parked out there. I really hope that did not hit my car.
Yeah, you got to watch out now too.
Oh, my car's not that nice. I'm not too worried. 0-2 count for Hoshaw. Already let up a run. And that one heading back to foul ball alley. Jumps over a Tesla. That's a dangerous spot to park. I originally was parked next to like a Jeep, hoping the Jeep was big enough to protect me. That Jeep is now gone, replaced with looks like a sedan, and I'm not happy about that.
Yeah.
0-2 for Hoshaw as they do it again.
Yeah, we look at this 1-0 baseball game. Emporia State
Ground
up.
ball and foul. Continue, Kyler.
We were just talking about Emporia State being up. Wanted to focus on this being a lower scoring game than we saw the last time between the two teams. We already mentioned that, but now we've seen a home run, something that the Maryville team is familiar with today. We saw 2 grand slams in the first game.
That's the 4th one this pitching staff has given up today. I feel like that's double digits have given up the total weekend. They gave up, I think, 5 or 6 to this Emporia State team. As that one's flicked into right field, cutting it off. Unable to is Cole Chrisman. Hard throw in, cut off by Jace Burton, and that would be a double.
Yeah, 2 booms on that one. Look, Jacob, this is my first Maryville baseball game, so I have to key in on these booms. I am not used to this Emporia State celebration. Look, 2 booms for a double and only 1 for a home run. Now, I understand.
You got to understand what's the boom logic.
It's the emphasis on it. I think there was more emphasis on the one, but I don't know. Enough boom talk. We got Steele up to bat.
Yep. Big righty. All 6'7". Sends the first pitch high into the sky. Chrisman on a horse. And foul.
Emporia State a whopping 7-9 this year. They did beat Maryville last contest. 7-9. They're on a 2-game win streak. Hoping to get their 8th win here.
They get 1-4 in MIAA play. Dropped the series 3-1 to Pitt State. As Steele watches strike 2.
Look at Emporia State's last 5 games. Like we said, they're on a 2-game win streak. They beat Hillsdale and Maryville. Then they lost to Hillsdale. And they lost the series to Central Oklahoma.
The Bronchos. Grounded right side. Burton tested again. Throws it over to Herget, and 2 gone. Runner does advance, that being Rocker Bomber.
You see Rocker Bomber at third. That play being made by the second baseman. Great play there. Steele does his job. He advances the runner. You are happy with that.
Productive outs, as you would call them.
But
Cooper Schwint now up, the left fielder.
Lefty on lefty matchup. Schwent is batting left-handed, which is what he does.
Hoshaw, pretty tough on lefties. Has a pretty normal arm slot, so there's no kind of Randy Johnson effect where it looks like it's almost coming at you. So,
Yeah, hard to kind of replicate that Randy Johnson effect. Nobody.
Well, he was like 6'5", so yeah, it's probably the hard part.
Real hard. And we see a
Into
pass
the
ball
sky.
here.
And it bounces away, spin. Heavy spin as a wild pitch will score another runner.
Arnold could not handle that pass ball. You see it bounce. Maybe it hit the plate. It bounced real high, just out of the reach for Arnold. And that is going to be a 2-0 lead for Emporia State.
Uncharacteristically pass ball for Arnold, who has been a very solid defensive player. Lifted above the head of Stolte. That's going to be extra bases for Schwint. He'll get held up at second, and let me guess, that's going to be 2 big booms. And it is, as that's another extra base hit for this Emporia State team.
Good prediction right there, Jacob. You knew it was coming. I mean, that celebration gets turned. It gets the heads turned. If you don't know what it means, it's at least exciting, and you hear the players yelling. So I'm all for the celebration. Maryville players, I'm
Probably
sure
don't like it. They probably do not like the big
at least
booms.
not when you're playing. I'm probably one of those, you like it when it's you, but if it's against you, you don't like it. And the first base umpire correlates with the home plate umpire and says that he did not go.
I thought that was just a strike in the box, but
We look at another throw from Hoshaw. Swing
and a miss. Now 1-1.
We have Dominic Felix up to bat right now.
On deck, Giovanni Toledo.
Another off-speed and another swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch there, thrown by Hoshaw. Swing and a miss there. And he throws another one. Felix receiving the ball.
1-2 from Hoshaw. In the dirt, kept in front by Chewy. I don't think I told you yet, Kyler. Matthew Arnold rarely ever called Matthew or Matt. Only ever called Chewy. I'll tell you about that story next time when he's back up at bat. The majority of the time when you hear me say Chewy, I'm talking about Matt Arnold. 2-2 count. Check swing. Did not go. Full count now. Runner at second, still Rocker Bomber. Schwint, excuse me.
You just wanted to say Rocker Bomber.
Maybe. Pitch. Grounded. Making. High hop. Unable to come away clean with it. That's going to be E5.
Fielding air there for Cam Macon. Something we have not seen from him at the third base position yet. We haven't seen him at the third base position. This is his second game. The first game he was airless. This game, unfortunately, putting one up, allowing another base runner. And Hoshaw not happy about that, talking to Arnold right now.
Hoshaw just trying to get out of a rough inning thus far. Already given up 2 runs, one on a home run, the other one on a wild pitch.
We got Giovanni Toledo up to bat once this timeout ends, as you see Arnold walking down. Toledo batting .250 on the season.
Got to assume Arnold was just trying to calm down Hoshaw. Nobody up throwing in the Saints pen that we can see. We don't know if anybody's throwing in the indoor.
Toledo 1 home run and 2 doubles on the year. So we look at Toledo receiving the pitch.
Hoshaw deals. Frame job not enough by Arnold. As a reminder, this is a 9-inning game. We'll finish up our 6-game series, 3-way round robin between Emporia State Hillsdale and your Maryville Saints. 1-0 from Hoshaw. Lifted center field. Russo back at the track at the wall. Off the top of the wall. 1 run scores. 2 runs will score. And now it's a 4-0 lead for the Hornets.
A high-powered offense. The Hornets have a high-powering hitter in Toledo. We were talking about it. 2 doubles on the year. Well, now he's got 3. There's one. I don't think you consider that a fielding error. It looks like that one kind of in between the glove and the fence. Russo got jumbled up with it. A bases-clearing double for Toledo.
And Both of those runs do not hit Hoshaw's line. Both will go unearned after the error by Macon would have ended the inning.
Padilla up to bat here for the Hornets. Controversial gloves, as we've spoken of them before.
First pitch is fouled into the shiny new first base facility for the Saints behind 0-2.
Tell me about that, Jacob. We got some renovations here at Maryville.
So new dugouts on both first base and third base side in a giant clubhouse / indoor batting cage facility, 2 cages. Both also serve as pitching wells. They're currently working on getting the locker rooms finished. They'll be behind the dugout. Basically a place for baseball to call home down here at Weber Field. It's phase 1 of a 2-phase renovation process. Phase 2 will be adding a new press box and a new home plate sign as that ball's sent to the backstop. Throw down. Wild pitch. Advances to third, does Toledo. Almost coming up, gunned him, was Chewy Arnold. Wind starts to pick up slightly. Blowing out to left field. Braden Sunken getting hot in quick in the pen. Braden Sunken was one of the players talked about potentially getting more reps in at third. He came in as a 2-way as Saints are down infield depth. Ground ball left side. It gets through and a run will score.
Diving effort from Macon on that one, but could not get the job done. That hit going in between the third and a short stop. So another RBI for the Hornets. They're going to go up 5-0 here at Weber Baseball Field. So we're going to look at a visit from Coach Pat Evers. Having to take a mound visit early here in the third inning. There is 2 outs. Maryville looking to get out of this inning. You imagine you would keep Hoshaw in here to finish the inning at the least. But Evers cannot be happy with this right now. 5-0 in the top of the third. Padilla is the one who just got that single. We got Brady Unrein up to bat as Evers walks off after his talk with the team. Unrein steps up to the plate, 1 runner on. Padilla just got an RBI. Hit in Toledo, Giovanni Toledo. As the first pitch drops in for a strike. Toledo, that's Giovanni Toledo, just had his first stolen base of the year when he advanced from second to third base. So we see an 0-2 count here on Unrein. Another strike there, and that is going to get them out of the inning. Strikes him out. Hoshaw, after the visit with Coach Evers, gets out of that pickle. This is an inning where we saw multiple runs scored by the Hornets. Hornets up 5-0. We will see you in the bottom of the third here. You are watching the GLVC Sports Network.
Well, welcome back to the GOVC Sports Network. Aristolte will lead off the bottom of the third after the Saints give up 5. They trail 5-0. Saints have one hit in the ball game as they will try to dig into this 5-0 lead. It's not the first time they faced a big deficit against the Hornets. They were down 7-2 at one point in Game 1 against this Hornets squad. Came all the way back before another big run by the Hornets put them away. And as we've seen before, no lead safe in the Midwest. We saw 3 lead changes against the Chargers just a game ago. Saints come out on top 15-10.
Yeah, Jacob, we saw at one point in the last game, Maryville was up 7-2 against Hillsdale and did not get the job done. They ended up losing that inning and going down is what I mean, as Hillsdale came back 8-7, but then Maryville punched in some more runs after another grand slam
by Cole Chrisman.
We see Stolte strike out right there.
That'll bring up Chewy Matthew Arnold. On deck, Jace Burton getting his first at-bat of the day after the conclusion of Arnold's.
You wondered if they would make a catching change on this doubleheader, but they did not. Arnold has been catching both games today, so you imagine those legs got to be tired. But
which is rare. They normally do the switching change at the doubleheader, but we saw Herget catch Braden Smith in the first game against Hillsdale yesterday, so I assume that's why. And also just the Saints lacking a lot of positional depth right now with 2 injuries to their main infielders, so trying to get it done this weekend. Arnold will get the day off tomorrow before they're back at it against Missouri Western on Tuesday. You should be back here for that one. So I talked to you about Chewy Arnold, Matthew Arnold, backstory on him. When he was younger, playing 10U ball, his sister would be trying to yell Matthew. Can't yell Matthew when she's that little, so she'd yell Matt Chew. As he's fanned on strikes, I'll finish the story at least. She'd yell Matt Chew. Matt Chew all of a sudden becomes Chewy. And it's stuck since, to the point where it's even his Instagram handle. So
look at that. Story comes full circle. Thank you for that, Jacob. Letting all of us who didn't know that, look at that, Chewy Arnold. Now we know who you are talking about when you say that, in case you didn't know.
Cade Barton now facing Jace Burton, first at-bat of the weekend for Burton.
Yeah, Burton batting 188 so far in the season. We saw him in the first game, or we did not see him in the first game. I mean, he did not start, and now we are seeing him today, making his first appearance today at Maryville.
He tweaked something on the road at Central Missouri and has been out since missed majority of the Drury series. Finally seeing a return to playing time. 0-2. Watches a high fastball. Now 1-2.
Very ecstatic bench here on the Hornets side.
They do get loud. They very much do get loud.
Gets in the head of anybody. Maybe even the umpire throwing off calls. As
2-2. Breaking ball outside at 78.
As we look at another outside call there, you never know. I mean, something like that has got to be strategy. As much as they mean it to be all harmless fun, I'm sure. I'm sure some of that is strategy.
The 2-2. 3-2 now after being up 0-2. Barton's falling behind Burton 3-2.
3 straight balls.
He's trying not to lose them. Here's the 7th of the at-bat. 6th of the at-bat. Now the 7th. Three-two delivery. Grounded, left side, Unrein, diving attempt, crossed his body. It'll be an infield single for Jace Burton in his first game back.
Toledo makes the stretch at first base. Toledo, a 5'11" first baseman, just couldn't make the stretch long enough. Not fast enough. I mean, you got Jace Burton. He's pretty quick out there. So great at-bat there by Burton. Faces 7 pitches, and on the 8th one, he gets on base. As we go to the top of the lineup, Russo up to bat.
Ambrose Russo just a few inches short of robbing a home run. An inning ago would have completely changed the complexion of that inning.
Instead, a 5-run inning for the Hornets. Getting on the board first.
Short lead off of first for Burton. Barton deals. Breaking ball finds a mark at 78 on the gun. Rocker Bomber checks on Burton at first. Two and one. In the dirt, stopped by Rocker Bomber. 3-1 now.
Russo, the team lead in average, batting at .359 so far this season for the Saints. He faces a 3-1 count.
The pitch. Grounded first base side, plastic glove of Toledo going first to third is Burton. Is he going to get waved around? He is. As that will dig into the lead. Yes, it will. RBI double going first to home is Jace Burton. It's now a 4-run ball game.
Russo, a lefty, pulled that ball right down the first base sideline, stays fair, and goes all the way down to the fence. That ball only traveled 320 feet. As the fence is 320 out there, but if that fence was longer, maybe you would have saw Russo stretch to 3. Nonetheless, he clears the bases on that one, gets Maryville their first run of the day. So we look at Camden Ruby up the bat.
Ruby in his second at-bat of the day. Big cut first pitch, dirt ball read, Russo to third, Rocker Bombers throw. Not in time.
Russo makes it on that one. Got his secondary lead, saw that ball hit the dirt, and immediately took off. Rocker Bomber could not make that throw in time.
Rocker Bomber did do a good job recovering and getting a quality throw off. Just a little too much speed out of Russo. Ball in the dirt. Makes the job even easier for Camden Ruby as Rocker Bomber will take time and go chat with Barton. Defense in the outfield, Schwent, Padilla, and Steele left to right in the outfield. Felix Unrein left side of the infield, and then Myers and Toledo on the right side. In the final game of this 6-game set.
You see Rocker Bomber going up there to talk to Barton. Barton, the pitcher. He's senior from Omaha, Nebraska, Barton is. And here's the pitch to Ruby.
Swing and a miss. 2-1 now. I think that's 1-2, yes. He swung on the first pitch, the ball that sent Russo to third. Foul tip. We'll stay at 1-2.
Russo at third still. Runner right there, right in scoring position. Ruby faces a 1-2 count.
Barton still battling with Ruby. Deals. Oh, I have yet to say it. We got a very important thing to say. We got a number battle. 7v7.
There we go.
2-2 count.
7-on-7.
Ground ball and foul. Ruby a little antsy. Gets ahead of one. He saw well. Two and two. Grounded first base side and foul.
Toledo couldn't get to that one in time to keep it fair, but probably didn't want to. Ruby might have outrun that one if they kept it in fair territory. Ruby
got the eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Yeah, Ruby found the ball off here. Great AB coming up. Ruby robbed a home run earlier in this game, Jacob. I mean, stole a run while the Hornets are up 5-1. Ruby did steal one of them earlier in the game. The very first run of the game he stole.
Could come back to mean something here. 2-2 count, eighth pitch of the at-bat. Barton deals. Hits him.
Right on the elbow. He's got that brace on for a reason, but
still doesn't tickle.
Brace doesn't stop all of the pain from hurting, but hopefully he's good. They got ice over there, so they'll be all good. Now they got runners on the corner.
Cole Chrisman had a grand slam in game 1. As always, Chrisman, a home run threat, has found his swing of recent. Starting to feel more like himself at the plate. Runners at the corners. Russo at third. Ruby's liable to go to second. Ball 1. 5 hits for the Hornets, 3 to the Saints. Breaking ball fools Chrisman. The 1-1 checks on Ruby at first.
Got to watch the senior Russo over there at third. Veteran presence, knows how to run the bases, so always got to be careful here. It's interesting to see what Ruby will do at first. Maybe he'll take off. Maybe he won't try to send Russo home with 2 outs.
The pitch. Foul, and brings it to 1-2. Chrisman wants that one back. He saw it well. A hanging breaking ball as it's 1-2. Goes right back to the breaking ball.
Quick pitch, from Barton coming up right there. Tries to get on the mound quick, and Chrisman was ready for it. Fouled it off, stays alive. Still down 1-2 though.
1-2. Ball high. Brings it Deuces Wild on the scoreboard.
That one's going to be outside. A full count here. The pitch.
Check swing.
A swing and tag applied by Rocker Bomber.
And that will end the inning. Saints scratch across a run. It'll be Myers, Lewis, and Rocker Bomber when we return here at the top of the 4th. Welcome back to the GOVC Sports Network. Braden Sunken now on the bump as the 4th inning commences. Saints trail 5-1.
Ryan Hoshaw getting the nod off of the mound after 3 innings, giving up 5 in the top of the 3rd.
Logan Myers, first man up to face the new righty.
And we see the first pitch going to be called strike. So Sunken sinks that first pitch, you could say. Strike 1.
for those that are interested in overall Maryville sports, women's basketball is currently in Highland Arena in St. Charles, Missouri, competing for a GLVC championship. They just now should have started against Quincy. We'll give you updates as that game progresses, as that pitch is belted to center field. Russo back at the track at the wall. See ya. Leadoff bomb for Logan Myers.
We'll have to wait for the booms on this one, but Myers absolutely cranking that ball. A sophomore from Pittsburgh, Kansas. Cranking in the 6th run here for the Hornets. So you hear the boom up there, and that brings up Peyton Lewis. The second home run of the game today seen by either team, both being done by Emporia State. Sunken throws an off-speed pitch on the first at-bat here with the DH. Lewis recently played at Bluefield State, playing now at Emporia this year. It's a home run on the last at-bat by Logan Myers. The pitch. Lewis caught swinging. Braden Sunken gets the ball back. And readies another ball. That one a little bit outside. 2-2 count here for Lewis. Macon at third. Ready in case Lewis pulls the ball and Sunken steps off, clearing his mind, getting a better grip on the ball, and he's ready again to attack.
Just a little low and outside.
Braden Sunken, this is his second appearance so far this year. This is the second game that we've seen Sunken in. Coming in the top of the 4th here. And Lewis rips it to short. Going to be made by Stolte, and the play is finished. Lewis could not run that one out. Stolte looked like he stumbled a little bit upon fielding that ball, but still made the play, and Braden Sunken gets the first out of his tenure here. See Lewis run off the field, tell his teammates what he was seeing from Sunken. Brings up TJ Rockerbomber. Rockerbomber is a lefty hitter and a righty thrower. Would be rare to see a lefty catcher. Would be extremely rare to see a lefty throwing catcher. He does throw with the right. Watches that one go in for strike one.
Big swing and a miss from Rockerbomber. Rockerbomber 2 for 2 on the day thus far. Trying to make it 3 for 3.
Fielded by Arnold. Here is going to be the next pitch from Sunken. We got a 2-2 count with one out. Here it is. An off-speed pitch has Rockerbomber swinging, and there is the second out. First strikeout there for Sunken. First two batters that he has faced, Braden Sunken has taken down. And now, here is Steele. Steele, as we mentioned before, 6'7".
0 for on the day with a runner left on.
Noah Steele played most recently at Johnson County Community, transferring here to Emporia State. Watches that ball go down, so now he's down 0-2.
Lifted.
Into right field, and that one is going to be caught by Chrisman. Chrisman makes the play in right field to send Maryville into the dugout. It's a score of 6-1 in favor of the Hornets, as we will be right back here on the GLVC Sports Network. We are back here at the Weber baseball field. Josh Herget is up to bat, facing pitcher Cade Barton for the second time today. Herget playing first, sometimes plays catcher, but today that spot being occupied by Chewy Arnold. And Herget gets a hold of that one, turns on it, but it's going to be a foul ball. Not out of the ballpark in the fair territory, but it definitely went out of the ballpark in the foul territory. Herget faces the second pitch from Barton. Barton has been dealing so far, only one earned run allowed. And Herget rips that one up the middle over the shortstop, and that is going to be a opening fourth inning single for the Maryville Saints.
He's now 2 for 2 on the day against Barton. Michael Long, now the DH, was a strikeout-looking victim his first time up.
So Michael Long gets a pinch hitting opportunity in the last contest, the Maryville game that we saw this early afternoon, as he grounds it over to shortstop, and that one is not going to be handled, and that is going to be an infield single.
And all of a sudden now here in the bottom of the fourth, Saints are cooking with a little bit of gas with Cam Macon, who's been red hot today. Coming up with a runner in scoring position, nobody gone.
Herget opens the inning with a single to get on first base. And then Long follows that up with another single to move him over to second. Runners on first and second. Cam Macon takes this pitch. Bunt shown. Bunt taken back. Definitely not the cards that you wanted to show on the first pitch. Didn't like what he saw, though. Didn't want to lay that bunt down. Runners still on first and second.
Felix in on the grass. Toledo in on the grass. No bunt shown. Strike 2.
0-2 here for Macon, so he's going to have to go down swinging. You see playing on the Maryville home field, the Weber baseball field, turf baseball field going on today.
Makes bunting a little bit harder.
Macon swings, and that ball hit, but not in fair territory. Macon still sits at 0-2, so we await the next pitch.
A righty up in the Hornets' pen. Nobody up in the Saints.
Macon goes down on that one. Not his favorite at-bat of his career, that's for sure, but he'll get another opportunity in this game. Here is Eris Stolte. Runners still on first and second. Stolte, the starting shortstop for the Saints today. Has been doing so all season for the team. Stolte watches the first pitch go. Still only 1 out, 2 runners on.
Stolte's really taking control of that shortstop position since Jace Burton went down at Central Missouri. And he's done the most with it, batting plus a 300 this year as he's up 2-0. Obviously, Burton getting the start at second base today. He's in the hole.
Strike 1 called here. We got a 2-1 count here. Burton throws the next pitch. Swung at contact made, but it is not going to be fair. Foul ball. Stolte gets another opportunity, another swing. Stolte, a .318 batter, faces the 2-2 pitch right here. Hits it. It's over to Toledo, and he looks at second, is going to touch on first. Stolte does the job that was meant to be done. Runners advance, although they wish it happened on the at-bat before that. Job is still done. Stolte doesn't have to be too disappointed about that.
Productive out.
Runner on third, runner on second. And Chewy Arnold is up to bat.
A strikeout victim in his first at-bat, his second crack at Barton.
Watches the first pitch in. Arnold got to get a good look at it. Got to see what the pitcher is throwing. This is his second AB of the day. Checked on it. Didn't like it enough. 1-1 count.
Arnold quite patient at the plate. Will look for his pitch. Had his first career multi-homer game earlier this season.
Once again, same kind of thing. Arnold checking on it, ready to swing, just not liking the pitches that he sees. Has not swung yet in this at-bat. So we look at the next pitch from Barton. 2-1. Swung on, hit over to the third base side. Looks at second. Scooping play to first base, but Toledo makes the play. Giovanni Toledo scooping that ball. As Maryville grounds out, leaves 2 runners on the base path, 2 in scoring position. They will take the field here as we go to break.
Welcome back to the GLVC Sports Network. Sunken still out on the mound. First man he'll face is Cooper Schwint, the left fielder. Dominic Felix on deck. Defense remains the same for the Saints as they trail 6-1 here in Game 2, bottom of the fifth, excuse me. A goose egg on the board in the top of the fifth. 7-5 in favor of Emporia in the hits category. Fouled into the...
Looks like that one caught Toledo in the dugout. Giovanni Toledo, the one who just scooped that ball in the bottom of the fourth. Just got hit with the ball in the dugout. He looks all good, though. He is in the hole.
Pitch from Sunken. Called a strike.
Strike called on Schwint. Schwint batting .288 so far this year.
Ball in the dirt makes it 1-2. Four, three. Burton to Herget for the first out.
Easy ground out play there for Burton. No second thought about it. Just make the transfer over to Herget. Sunken gets another out under his belt. Has allowed 1 run so far.
Breaking ball, first offering from Sunken out of the zone.
Dominic Felix up to bat. He watches that one. A little bit high, a little bit inside. Felix starting over there on the hot corner, playing third base for the Hornets today.
Three and 0. Sunken falls behind Felix. Ground ball left side. That one gets through in a 3-1 count, and
a boom on that one. Only 1 boom for a single. Understandable.
But 1 boom for a home run. So.
Yeah, but I'm starting to understand it now that they've gotten a couple, and I've seen it twice. It's 1 big boom for the home run.
It's a big boom versus just a normal boom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's a difference.
I mean, there's levels to this boom stuff.
I hear booms in my dreams. 1-0 count now. It's Giovanni Toledo, the first baseman. After Felix's single through the left side. As a reminder, this is a 9-inning contest. They check on Felix at first.
Giovanni swings, and that one put on the left side of the foul line. So a foul ball. 1-1 count here.
Double play depth are the Saints. Burton playing a little closer to the bag. Stolte and Burton make up the middle infield. Two and 1. Foul down third base line.
Toledo faces a 2-2 count here. Sunken shakes off Arnold twice. Here is the pitch from Braden Sunken.
He delivers. Swing and a miss. Second out of the inning.
Strike 3 gets Toledo to go down swinging.
Arnold checks on the runner at first, and Felix, he walks back quickly. That'll bring up number 8, Sammy Padilla, the center fielder.
That pickoff attempt real close over there on first base. Not close enough, though. Let's look at the at-bat with Padilla.
(1-0) after the pickoff.
Once again, another pickoff there to first base. Only one pitch thrown to Padilla so far. Padilla pokes it to right field. And he's going to round second base. He's going for 3.
All of a sudden now it's first and third after a single by Sammy Padilla. Going first to third is Felix.
Yeah, Felix rounding second hard on that one. Not necessarily a speedster, but was moving on the base path on that one. Felix gets it. And Padilla gets another hit.
Nearing 4 o'clock here. Daylight savings time. Hit last night, so Saints with a lot more sunlight to work with. Sunset's not going to be nearly as much of a problem.
Yeah, I totally forgot it was daylight savings. Did not change my clock. Luckily, iPhone feature. iPhone has that great feature where they automatically give you daylight savings, so didn't have anything to worry about. Woke up on time, did everything. As we look at another pickoff to first base. I don't know. I hear there's some changes going on in daylight savings maybe.
I think they're trying to get rid of it. As pitch, swing and a miss. I think they're trying to keep it on this time to where the sun's out longer, and because it's not nearly as necessary anymore. We're one of the only countries in the world that still does it.
Yeah, maybe the only country.
Ben, one of the facilities workers here, says, hey, tractors have lights now. So 0-2.
It's a good point. Technology has advanced so much. I hear we got some AI advancements going on here at Maryville University, some new industrial-type improvements to Maryville. We were talking about the dugout earlier. Jacob, tell me about what's going on with AI.
Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about it. I know they did invest a whole lot into an AI solution called U.com on campus. I've personally not gotten to work with it too much as Sunken checks on Padilla at first again.
His 4th pickoff attempt this half inning. He's only thrown 3 pitches here to Unrein.
Brady Unrein, the shortstop. The pitch finally from Sunken. Never mind. We will wait again. But yes, one thing about Maryville that you probably don't know is it's always been a forward-thinking university. Really kind of strove to relevancy during COVID. Was already gone that growth pattern, but during COVID, the online program had already been there. Maryville Universities has invested in that online solution for a long time. As the runner goes, Arnold doesn't think about the throw. He was going on the pitch as a stolen base. Now runners at second and third.
Stolen base there for Sammy Padilla.
Padilla, the center fielder for the Hornets. Saints, unless their tides change, are risking getting swept by the Hornets this weekend. And having swept the Chargers already, will end 2-2. It'd be their 3rd straight weekend where they end up 2-2. They lost first 2 games to Saginaw Valley, then took the final 2, and then split both days, split the series against Drury Panthers in some non-conference action here. They continue their home streak on Tuesday against Missouri Western, then they welcome in the Missouri S&T Miners in their GLVC debut this season. 1-2. The pitch. Outside. Saints come to this one 6-6 on the season after winning game 1. Trying to change their fortunes and go above 500 ball.
Saints playing most of their contests at home this year. 6-5 record at home before this game we got today.
2-2. Ground ball booted by Stolte. 1 run scores. Runner goes in a second. 2-run score. That's going to be E6 with 2 runners scoring.
2 booms on that one. In air on the shortstop. Stolte just could not handle the ball. Took a weird bounce. Turf is different. Makes a little bit. They're used to playing on this turf, obviously, but you never know with the turf. It can make weird bounces. We look at the score. Emporia State has 8 and Maryville has 1.
Second error of the ball game. First one came from Cameron Macon at third. Now Stolte, a rough game for the left-hand side of the infield. Has Sunken. First pitch is ball high. Inside, wild pitch goes to the backstop. Hits him, never mind.
Looks like it hit him in the foot maybe. So Myers going to get a free base on that one. Unrein still on second. It brings up the designated hitter. He's here in this game to do one thing. No responsibilities except to hit the ball.
And Lucas McGill will come into the ball game. That means we'll take a break here on the GOVC Sports Network. The day is over for Braden Sunken. We'll take a look at his line. He leads with runners at second and third. 1 inning pitched, 15 pitches. Gave up 1 earned run, 1 strikeout on 4 batters faced.
Jacob, the Saints bringing in a brand new pitcher, Lucas McGill. Sticking with the lefty trend that they started the game off with. Started with the lefty, moved to a righty, and now they bring it back left with McGill. McGill, a sophomore, born in St. Peters, Missouri. He's been at Maryville his entire career, and he is set to come into this ball game in the 5th inning.
Correction on Sunken's line, an inning and 2/3 of work, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts on 10 batters faced. My live stats had not yet updated. McGill will come in. This one look to finish this 5th inning.
2 outs here for McGill with 2 runners on.
The 1-0. Just a bit low. Runner in scoring position. At second is Brady Unrein, the shortstop. '73 finds the zone. It was a breaking ball. As ball gets thrown away out of the Hornets bullpen. Wind picks up here a little bit. Tune 1 from McGill. The lefty deals. Ball low, gets away from Arnold, and the runners will advance.
McGill has to cover home on that one as Arnold just misplaces the ball. McGill lets the runners advance with that passed ball. Now we're looking at 2 runners in scoring position and a 3-1 count to Peyton Lewis, a .262 hitter so far this season. So Lewis batting just under 300. We'll see the pitch from McGill.
Rip down the third base line, almost into the bullpen. 3-2 count.
Lewis got a solid piece of that ball, was just a second early. If he waited on that one just a tiny bit, that one surely would have been a multi-base hit, but 3-2 count, we go from McGill.
Ripped over the glove of Burton. To the wall it will go. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. And it's 2 RBI double.
And just as we
Lewis.
talked about it, Lewis waits on that one, pushes it to the opposite side, gets 2 booms from the Hornets bench as he gets a double, an RBI with his double into right center field. 2 RBIs. Bases clearing there for Peyton Lewis. It was his 5th extra base hit of the year, his 5th double.
10-1 the score now. As a reminder, the run rule is in effect. It is 10 after 7. Saints trail by 9. Ball in the dirt for McGill.
Got TJ Rockerbomber up right now, hitting a .288 on the season, so that mark a little bit above Lewis's and also just below 300. Rockerbomber, the team's catcher. 2 outs here with a runner in scoring position.
Ball outside.
As McGill came into this game with 2 outs and runners on first and second. Let them advance to second and third. Runners scored. Lewis reached second base, and now he's facing Rockerbomber with a 2-0 count.
Pitch. Behind 3-0 now.
3-0 for number 30, Lucas McGill.
Number battle. 30 versus 33, excuse me. As he delivers a strike to make it 3-1.
It's the second time we've seen McGill this season.
Was effective his first time on the mound. 3-1. And he loses him. And that'll bring up the big bat of number 19, Noah Steele. Saints looking to get out of this disastrous inning. 4 runs already let up. First pitch swinging. That'll score a run. Ruby sends it in as it's a 10-run lead now for the Hornets.
Tons of booms coming from the Hornets bench today. Not something that you were hoping on if you were a Maryville Saint fan. You hear all these booms as Noah Steele singles. Like you said earlier, Jacob, he really does make that bat look like a toothpick. It looks like he's just swinging that thing around with no effort whatsoever. The Hornets get another RBI. Lucas McGill yet to reaching out.
Fouled back right at us. Victor Quinn, the right-hander from Mizzou, getting hot in the Saints' pen. Pat Evers emptying his bullpen, trying to just get the out, so he needs to finish this ball game.
Schwent up to bat right now. He's got 6'7" Steele on first.
Nobody guarding first. Steele able to get a large lead.
Rockerbomber on second.
Quickly up 0-2 is McGill. And they'll call time. First time called by Cooper Schwent.
Looks like that time might have been called by Matt Arnold, Jacob. Arnold has something to say to Blue. Not sure exactly what's going on right now as we look at Cooper Schwent's at-bat. Lucas McGill is going to deliver the pitch.
Swing and a miss. and that will end the inning, but not before a boatload of runs come across. 5 runs on 4 hits, an error, and 2 runners left on. It will be 9-1-2 as the Saints look to respond here on the GOVC Sports Network.
Here we are at Weber Baseball Field in St. Louis. Your home team, the Maryville Saints, down 11-1 against Emporia State University. We look in here at a new pitcher for the Hornets. So we got Nick Woodcock pitching. Jace Burton up to bat for the Saints, hoping to put together an effort on this comeback. Down at 10, Jacob. How do you come back down 10 mid-game here in the bottom of the fifth?
Score a lot of runs. That's how you do it. You score a lot of runs. That is the strategy. A bloop and a blast can change the world, as the Saints will have to have a couple of those to get back into this ball game down 10. They don't have a lot of time to do it, as if they're still trailing by 10 after 7, the ball game will be over. Just passing 4 o'clock here at Weber Baseball Field. Game 1 started at 11. Burton falls behind 0-2.
Here is the next pitch from Woodcock.
Sent way into the air. Might be out in an elevator shaft. Myers back on it, getting called off by a steal. He'll make the catch in shallow right field.
I mean, dude, it looks like Steele out there in right field just grabbed that ball 3 seconds before anybody else could have grabbed it. It looked like he just grabbed that in midair there. Looks like one of those guys in Space Jam compared to all his teammates. Just reaching his long arms up there as we look at the top of the lineup here for Maryville.
Swing and a miss from Russo on the lefty. For those following women's basketball, they're currently up 4 in the GOVC championship game versus Quincy, 30-26. Saints ousted number 12, Lewis, to get to the championship game.
Curveball thrown on Russo. Was not ready for that one. So he faces a 1-2 count as we look on lefty on lefty.
Battling is Russo. Saints dugout needs something to get a little bit of energy going. And that won't be it, as Russo's fanned on strikes. Now Camden Ruby will come up with 2 gone. Looks like Rocker Bomber will go chat with Woodcock. Meeting on the mound is over. First timeout for the Hornets.
Looking at Camden Ruby up to bat. Ruby, a senior from Imperial. Swings on the first pitch strike. This is the same game that we saw Ruby almost nearly robbed that home run.
Feels like that was hours upon hours ago.
Yes.
As he's down 0-2. It has been a long day out here at Weber Field. Saints take game 1, 15-10. As Ruby goes down swinging, 2 straight strikeouts for Woodcock as we will head to the top of the 6th here on the GOVC Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in here to the Weber baseball field. I'm Kyler Messenger with Jacob Walton. You are watching this game streamed to you by the GLVC Sports Network. We are looking at the Emporia State Hornets winning this ball game 11-1 against the home-teamed Maryville Saints. We have a new pitcher in the game for the Saints. That is Victor Quinn. Victor Quinn is in the game for the Maryville Saints. Number 13. This is Quinn's first appearance today. He is a senior, formerly went to Mizzou. Victor Quinn, a transfer from Mizzou. So we're going to see his first action today. Haven't seen much of him on this season. This is his 4th appearance. As Quinn throws a first pitch strike. The second pitch. That one going to be a strike. Dominic Felix up to bat here for the Hornets.
A whole lot of defensive changes for the Saints. I'll give you a quick rundown. Now in left field, Steven Schneider moving to right field, Camden Ruby. Cole Crispin goes from right field to first base. As that ball is sitting to the gap, first chance for Ruby out in right field. That'll be a stand-up double. I'll finish the rest of the changes while we're here. So as I said, Crispin comes at the first base. Herget will now go to catch, and Matthew Chewy Arnold's day is done. And obviously, Victor Quinn on the bump.
Yeah, we look at Quinn allowing the opening hit to be a double. Unfortunate scene here for the Saints as we look at Giovanni Toledo up to bat. And that one an outside pitch handled by Arnold. Excuse me. That one was not handled by Arnold. That one was handled by Josh Herget. Herget back behind the plate. As you heard Jacob mention, all of these substitutions that the Saints just did. It's been a long day for the Saints. This is their second game. Coming off of a win, they're down 11-1 in the 6th in this contest, hoping to make a little bit of a comeback here. Has to start with defense. So we see the pitch from Victor Quinn. Pitch a little bit low.
92 on the gun. Quinn, a fireballer from the SEC, come to be a big part of the Saints bullpen.
And he gets a walk. So Victor Quinn comes into this match and lets the first two batters reach base successfully. We're going to see Sammy Padilla up to bat right now with 2 runners on and 0 outs. So a 10-run lead. Hornets are looking to expand on that. As Jacob said, an SEC transfer Quinn is. Fastball reaching the lower 90s.
He's reached up to 95 this season. Hardest thrower on this staff.
Here comes another pitch from Quinn. Checks on the runners. There's a strike.
Back pick from Herget, not in time.
Tag applied by first baseman Cole Chrisman. So in the last inning, the most recent position Chrisman was in right field. Now we see Chrisman move up to first base because Matt Arnold has been subbed out of the game. Herget moving behind the plate. And here's the pitch from Quinn. Nearly hits Padilla. Padilla making a striking face at the umpire. Thought it almost hit him. Did not touch him, though. He's got a 3-1 count. And there is the second straight walk. So Victor Quinn coming into this game, allowing a single, and now 2 runners onto the field. Brings up Brady Unrein. Quinn has walked the last 2 batters.
2 arms getting hot in the Saints pen as Quinn doesn't look like he has it today.
Yeah, bases loaded, no outs.
Patrick Kapler and Jeff Henry, both righties, up in the Saints pen. Bases loaded now, nobody gone.
Here comes the throw from Quinn. Unrein, gotta watch that one. Quinn throwing fast, just can't find the zone right now.
That has been his archetype over his career. Has seen a couple good appearances for the Saints this season. Ooh, as he will hit the batter, Unrein, and walk home the 12th run of the game for the Hornets.
So that one we will see Dominic Felix come home to score another run, giving the Hornets an 11-run lead. Pat Evers is going to have to come talk to Quinn as he just walked 3 straight batters, 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch, and that most recent one resulting in a run. So the Hornets up 11. We're here in the top of the 6th.
See if Evers makes a pitching change or if he's just trying to give Henry and Kapler time to warm up. Does look like he's giving them time to warm up. Would love to be a fly on the wall in that home plate meeting. That pitching meeting, excuse me. And it looks like they're going to stick with Quinn.
Quinn stays in, bases loaded, Ducks on the pond, no outs to be had, and Logan Myers steps up to the plate. Logan Myers, a sophomore from Kansas, now playing in Emporia State. Facing the bases loaded opportunity here.
Women's basketball leads 35-29 at halftime from Highland Arena. For those trying to follow both games.
1-1 count here to Myers. You see Quinn shake off the catcher.
Fastball 92, way outside.
Quinn shaking off target again. And that one cannot find the zone. So we're seeing Quinn constantly shake off Josh Hargett, who's behind the plate. And Quinn with a 3-1 count just cannot buy a strike. Bases loaded, 3-1. Walks another one. So Logan Myers is going to reach first base on the 4th straight walk here from Victor Quinn.
And you got to assume that will be the day for Quinn. Yes, it will be. So we will take a break here on the GOVC Sports Network. Well, welcome back to the GOVC Sports Network. Victor Quinn's day is done after being relatively ineffective on the mound. 13-1 is the score, bases loaded still. Nobody gone. Jeffrey Henry on the bump now. The right-hander, 5'7", 170 out of Jacksonville, Florida. He's a sophomore from Johns County Country Day High School, as the Saints will try to claw together 3 more outs to end this disastrous inning. 2 runs have already come across.
Saints down 12. Going to have to do anything they can to claw back in this one. Going to have to fight strong. We see Henry coming in. We watch him warm up. He's got a little bit of an unorthodox throwing motion. Throws sort of sidearm, you could say. Wonder who he models his game after. There's lots of famous sidearm throwers.
You've seen the sidearm motion be very, very successful in the GOVC. E.J. White of UND, one of the best relievers, says, yeah, it's almost completely sidearm. He does kind of crouch down when he throws it, not fully submarine.
Here it is. Jeffrey Henry is going to deliver the pitch. Spencer Alexander into hit. Pinch hitting. First at bat that we've seen from Alexander. Alexander, a junior, hitting left-handed versus the righty.
12 different pitchers utilized this weekend for the Saints.
The first pitch from Henry is going to be a strike. Bases are still loaded. It's a difficult situation for a pitcher, especially a relief pitcher, to be put in this situation. We have no outs and the bases are loaded. Extremely difficult spot to be put in. We will see what Henry can do with it. As that one is hit out to left. It is going. It is going. It's caught at the warning track. But that is going to bring a runner home in for the Hornets. 14-1 is the score here at the Weber Baseball Field. As the Hornets go up 13. Pinch hit Job done, brings the runner in, advances everybody. Now we have runners at third and at second.
That was Steven Schneider, who we saw go in to left field as the Saints pulled Matt Arnold from behind the dish as this game got out of control. Try to save the legs of Arnold. Saw that big defensive switch.
The first pitch to Rocker Palmer goes in as a strike. 0-1 count. Henry, in a sense, also doing his job, coming in and getting an out in the first batter that he saw. So Rocker Palmer grounds out. It's going to be a diving play by Chrisman, but it goes off of his glove, and that one's going to score one. It's going to score two. Brings in both runners from third and second. Respectively speaking, Chrisman did not need to get going over there to get that ball. Could have let the second baseman play that one, and Chrisman could have stayed at first there. Chrisman not being able to make that play brings in two.
16-1 now the score. 13 hits for the Emporia State Hornets.
We're getting the high-scoring matchup we were talking about at the beginning of this match, Jacob. The last time these two teams faced off resulted in an 18-11 win for Emporia. This matchup just not getting the same offensive production from Maryville. Maryville just not hitting the ball, and honestly, you got to give them a little bit of a pass. This team ridiculed with injuries, tired, a doubleheader today playing back-to-back games. Hillsdale first, and now the game in Emporia. He grounds out to Chrisman, and Chrisman makes the play, advances the runner, so now we have runners on second with two outs.
That'll go 3 unassisted in the book for the scoring at home.
Emporia up 15 runs.
A pinch hitter, number 28.
Gus Keller up to bat here for the Hornets. This is the second substitution hitting-wise that they have made at this inning. Up 15, the lefty Keller gets his first at-bat, a freshman. Watches the first pitch go in a strike. Keller from Pittsburgh, Kansas. Same hometown, starting third baseman Logan Myers. Logan Myers started at second base. Starting second baseman Myers. As Keller's up to bat and hits a foul ball into the parking lot. Here's the delivery. Low and outside. 2-2 count here for Gus Keller. Keller gets a hold of that one, but it's going to go close to the Maryville dugout. You see players in the bullpen jumping out to go chase that ball. Gus Keller up to bat here. Faces a 1-2 count. Henry with the pitch. That one left too high, just outside of the zone. So we got Rocker Palmer still over there at second. There's 2 outs. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. And another one to the parking lot.
One was a good catch by a fan on the third base side.
Almost. Couldn't get his hands on it. I'm sure he played baseball sometime back in his day. Seems like he had those reflexes.
Henry loses him. Beans.
Gus Keller comes into pinch hit and is going to get hit. Definitely not what you ask for coming into pinch hit, but a base is a base. They will take it. For Henry, definitely not what you wanted. Comes into this game, the sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida. Hits Keller on that. So we got 2 outs, runners on first and second.
16-1 the score for those fans of Maryville softball across Maryville's campus. They're currently up 1-0 on William Jewell in their second game of their doubleheader. They fell in game one.
Strike one called here on Felix. And Felix sends it out to center field. The lefty Russo is going under it and catches it. That is going to be the third out, sending Maryville back to hit. We are going to be
5 runs on 2 hits and no errors and 2 runners left on. It'll be Chrisman, Herget, and Long when we return on the GOVC Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Weber Baseball Field. We are here in the bottom of the 6th inning looking at Nick Woodcock warm up. This is his second inning. Held the Saints scoreless in the last time that he faced them in the bottom of the 5th, just 1 inning ago. The Hornets are coming off of back-to-back 5-run innings. They just scored 5 runs, giving themselves a 15-run lead. The first pitch delivered by Woodcock is going to be a strike. That one hit and just out of play. Chrisman goes down swinging. Could not get a hold of that. You hear that? There is going to be a new batter in. Maryville running a pinch hit. Zach Leggett coming in the game. Leggett, a sophomore, playing some Don Tolliver for his walk-in.
Zach Liggett getting his first at-bat of the season. Big swing and righty.
Liggett went to Rockwood Summit, seeing his first at-bat of the day, and the first pitch he sees he likes. Takes it foul, though, was just a little bit ahead of it, a little bit antsy to come get a swing. Now, Zach Leggett, listed as 6'1", 245 pounds, nowhere near Noah Steele, who's out of the game now for the Hornets, but earlier was starting in right field, 6'7" tall. But Leggett looks bigger than the height says. Looks like a big monster out there, ready to destroy the ball. He misses the swing on that one. Woodcock delivers another strike. Here is the 1-2 count here. Pitch to Leggett. Fouled off. One-two count here still. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Maryville is down by 15 runs. And Liggett gets a piece of that one. It's an infield hit, and it's going to get out of the hands of Nick Woodcock. Woodcock could not handle that ball. It was just a little dribbler up there. Grabbed it, but could not make the throw. So in his first at-bat, Leggett is going to reach first base. This is Blake Shellhammer. Shellhammer also appearing in his first at-bat of the day. Leggett gets his lead at first base. And Shellhammer watches the first strike. Shellhammer, 6'5", is a freshman from Chicago. And Shellhammer almost gets hit. Second pitch that he has seen almost hits him. It's going to be a 1-1 count. Shellhammer takes a ferocious swing on that one. Just does not connect. 2 strikes on the batter. As that one is popped up, but into the Maryville dugout. Toledo does not make a diving effort into there. Hat falls off while he's running. Was running a little bit too fast over there. Woodcock, a lefty, ready to deliver the next pitch. And he gets him swinging. Drop third strike, but no tag needed to be applied because there is an occupation at first base. So in his first at-bat, Baker Shellhammer strikes out due to the likes of Nick Woodcock. So Cam Macon up to bat here. Starting third baseman has not left either of the matches seen today. Has been out here playing ball all day. Macon, a senior, last played at DePaul University in Indiana. Macon, originally from Missouri, from the Kirkwood area, back in Missouri to play for his last season. Sees this pitch and takes Woodcock right back up the middle. But this one is going to be fielded by the second baseman. And the tag on second is applied. Force out. That's going to be 3. Ladies and gentlemen, no runs scored in the bottom of the 6th. We will see you in the top of the 7th. Emporia State 16, Maryville 1. You are watching the GLVCSN. Top of the 7th inning here at Maryville University. You are looking at a brand new pitcher for the Maryville Saints. Patrick Kapler, number 45, a junior student here at Maryville, is in to pitch. Maryville moving on to another right-handed hitter. Giovanni Toledo is up to bat for the Hornets, number 24. We'll see another pitcher today. Toledo has been seen making plays on the defense and the offense. Stole his first base ever today. Also knocked in 1 run, getting a double earlier today. Hornets up by 15 here in the top of the 7th.
First pitch from Kapler, called a strike. Lifted right field. Camped under it, and will make the play is Camden Aruby. One gone.
Toledo making solid contact on that ball, sending it out to right field, but unfortunately that is where the defense lies. Jacob, a
New batter in number 2, Reeves. That being Elijah Reeves. Batting in the spot of Sammy Padilla. First pitch is ball low. Here on the top of the 7th, Saints trail 16-1. Sun right in the pitcher's eyes. Breaking ball finds the strike zone.
caught by Liggett. We see Zach Liggett back there behind the plate for the Saints.
One of the many defensive changes the Saints team has made this game. Infield remains mostly the same, though, except for Chrisman coming in at first. See sophomore Steven Schneider out in left field. Has yet to be tested today. No, he's had one put out. Excuse me. 2-2.
Elijah Reeves, somebody who's batting .214 so far in the year, a .214 average, has appeared in 28 at-bats, so this is his 29th here, coming in with the pinch hit.
Three and two. Foul tip and out of play. Battling and staying alive. Here's Reeves. On deck, Brady Unrein, the shortstop.
Reeves is a junior, comes from Pima Community College.
And he walks him.
Reeves in his first at-bat is going to see the base path.
Brady Unrein, the freshman, in a blowout still batting. Got to assume that's just to get him as many ABs as possible.
Kepler has one out and now one runner in Reeves on the base path.
Immediately checking on him is Kepler. Crushed to right field at the track at the wall. See ya.
No doubt about it. Brady Unrein with his first home run of this game and the third one for Emporia State today.
And when it rains, it pours as it becomes 18-1.
Once again, another big boom seen here by the Hornets bench. Jacob, I know Maryville fans are sick and fed up of it. They have heard too many booms.
You've heard this is the second straight time the Hornets have scored 18 runs against this Saints squad. And this is a Saints squad, this is a Hornets squad that wasn't hitting the ball extremely well coming into this weekend and have exploded over 2 games against these Saints. Had 8 against Hillsdale yesterday. Does Kepler hit him? This is not Myers that we're seeing. This is Pacheco.
Andy Pacheco up to bat. Graduate of Desert View High School. Rips it down the left field line. Foul ball.
This is Kapler's inning to finish. Nobody up in the pen. Both teams emptying their bench in a very one-sided ball game. Saints have not scored since the third inning. Caught in right field for the second out.
Ruby makes the play over there in right field. Previously, after watching Unrein's home run go over the fence, 320 feet over there in the right field fence here at the Weber baseball field, home of the Saints. A little bit shorter than some other collegiate fields that you'll see. Almost gives some teams an advantage, but Maryville, the home team, used to playing here. Has given up 3 home runs in today's contest. Emporia has scored 18, including 5 runs in 4 of the last 5 innings.
0-1 count. 76 high. One, two after a fastball strike from Kapler. Trying to get the third out of the top of the 7th. Saints will have 3 more outs to bring it within 10. They face a 17-run deficit. That ball is lined right at Jace Burton, and that will end it.
Kapler
2 runs on 1 hit, 0 errors, and 0 runners left on. It'll be Stolt, Schneider, and Burton as the potential final 3 batters of this ball game. You're watching Maryville Baseball on the GOVC Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back to the Weber baseball field. Today, Sunday, March 9th, has been a long day of baseball, a doubleheader for the Maryville Saints. Played Hillsdale today at 11, and teeing off at 2:53 today has been the matchup between the Emporia State Hornets and the Maryville Saints. We are here in the bottom of the 7th, potentially the last inning of baseball in this game, unless Maryville finds a way to stack on at least 7 runs. That being, the game will end if Maryville cannot get in under a 10-run deficit. We look at number 11, Eris Stolte up to bat right now for the Saints. That one is popped out and going to be put foul. Look on the mound. We still have Nick Woodcock up there for the Hornets. Woodcock in his 4th consecutive inning. Pitching well from the left side. throws a breaking ball, and Stulte was not ready for it. Walks off in potentially his last at-bat here today at Maryville. Strikes out looking. We have a Steven Schneider coming up to bat here. Schneider in his third at-bat today. Subbed in mid-game. Has not started this ball game, but has been substituted in it. Schneider from Jackson, Missouri.
Woodcock, if he finishes this inning, will pick up the save. 3 innings of relief work.
That one into the parking lot. Concerned fans looking into the lot to see if their car might have been touched. Most everybody looks happy here, so I don't think anybody got hit. That's going to be a drop third strike. And that one cannot be handled by Toledo. So there he is, Steven Schneider reaching first base on a drop third strike.
That'll go down as a throwing error on the catcher. First throwing error of the day for the Hornets. Comes in an unusual way, pulls him off the bag. That's Rocker Bomber still behind the plate. As a pickoff attempt goes all the way to foul territory. Steve Schneider going all the way to third. He gets a stop sign there.
Schneider not even hesitating around second. Literally did not even look at the coach, did not look up, heard 3 one time from the bench and took off. Great base running there. Great heads-up play. And you advance a runner into the third base. This is what the Saints need. Saints are at risk of the game being over if they get mercy ruled here. So needing all the runners to advance as possible. You see a check swing there.
Got to respect the amount of Saints fans are still here in a rather rough day at the office.
This is Jace Burton up to bat. Burton with a runner in scoring position, hoping to get an RBI, and that is what he will do. Jacob Burton with a single into left field. In between the shortstop, in between the third baseman. And here comes a new batter here for Maryville. Dominic Sharp. Sharp with his first at-bat here in the contest against Emporia. If you were with us watching our first game.
Saw time in left field in that first game. Did Sharp.
Sharp saw a few ABs in the first game, and here he is again coming into pinch hit. We see Maryville add a second run onto the scoreboard here in the bottom of the 7th. Maryville down 16, needs 6 more runs here to continue this game. As Sharp fouls that one off, hits a pole. The ball goes back to Woodcock. So, runner at first, Toledo behind the bag, not holding him on. Pitch to Sharp. Sharp swings and Sharp misses. 2 strikes down here for Dom Sharp.
Quick update on the GOVC Championship, 46-45. Saints lead with just under 10 in the fourth quarter. 2-2 count now from Woodcock to Sharp. Not keeping Burton on at first. He'll take a big lead.
And down goes Dom Sharp.
It won't be Camden Ruby that we will see. We will see Nick Doherty. Excuse me. We've seen him in left field this series.
The junior from Chicago, Illinois, graduate of Brother Rice High School. Let Let's see what Daughtry has.
First pitch is a big cut.
Slamming swing on that one. Does not make contact, though. So 2 outs here. Saints at jeopardy of going down to the Hornets.
You're down 16. Might as well take a big cut. Why not?
Might as well. Swing for the fences, as they say.
Nothing to lose. 1-1. Fouled right
I got
back
it.
at
I
us.
got it. Oh, sorry. Instincts kicked in on that one, Jacob. I was calling that ball. You know, that ball just above us here.
Almost had it. Just good.
Would have pleaded to the umpires if I caught that one.
24
for an out
feet
to be
behind
called.
you.
Yeah. You know, if I had my baseball pants on, I might have dove for that one.
1-2 count. Saints down to the final strike. Ground ball first base side. They'll do it again.
Just foul. Out of the first baseman's grasp.
The 1-2. Woodcock looking for the 3-inning save. The pitch. Low.
Close pitch to be taken there on 2 strikes, but nonetheless a great eye there. Maryville at the risk of going down to 6-7 on the season.
Check swing. Full count now. Did he go? No, he did not.
Full count. 2 outs at runner on first will be going on movement on this pitch.
3-2. Ball high, as it'll bring up Andrew Gould in a pinch hit at bat.
Nick Daughtry in his first AB gets on base. Walks. Now,
We saw Andrew Gould, game 1. I assume that's what you're about to talk about. Andrew Gould, first career home run in game 1 today against the Chargers. What'd he do, Kyler?
yeah, it is, Jacob. Well, you look at Gould, and he's not getting the start. This is his first at-bat. He got a grand slam here yesterday. Excuse me.
And that one's belted left center. Does it have the legs? Yes, it does.
That
Pinch
one's
hit.
gone.
Pinch hit. 3-run bomb for Andrew Gould.
Andrew Gould, as we're speaking on it on cue, he must have been listening to us, has to be pissed at Coach Evers that he didn't get the start on this game. You hit a grand slam and you're going to bench me, Coach? How about I come hit a home run? Look at that from the freshman, Andrew Gould, coming in with a grand slam here in their game against Hillsdale, and now a 2-run home run to help this team get 5 runs on the board. Andrew, what a hit.
A 1 count. Now it is Zach Liggett back up. Ball outside, 1-1. Saints with a little bit of life here in the bottom of the 7th. Still down to their final out of the ball game, unless a miracle happens. 1-2 on Liggett. The pitch. Sits him down. That is the 3rd out of the inning, and that will be the final out of the ball game. Saints put up 4 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and no runners left on. They fall in this one 18-5. Attempt a little bit of a rally in the bottom of the 7th, but fall just short. Saints win the first one, 15-10, lose the second one. The score we're not going to talk about. They'll finish their weekend 2-2. Kyler, what was your thoughts on your first weekend of Maryville baseball?
You know, we got to see some great baseball today. We got to see a showcase from all the teams that we've seen today, that being Maryville, Hillsdale, and Emporia State. One team, Hillsdale, being from Michigan, Emporia State from Kansas. We got to see some teams travel in here and rake the ball. We saw 2 high-scoring games. Now, even though Maryville did not get the win in the second one, still puts up 5 runs. Shout out to Andrew Gould, a freshman with an older brother who has cemented himself in Maryville baseball history. Andrew looking to follow in those footsteps. 2 home runs today, one of those being a grand slam for the freshman.
Well, that'll do it here, folks. We're Jacob Walton For Kyler Messenger, thank you for watching the GOVC Sports Network, and as always, go Saints.